Hello, Al pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents, a review of Ghostbusters Afterlife, the much delayed film that has finally arrived. I had a chance to watch it and wanted to share my thoughts on it. And I do want to, of course, warn everyone there will be some spoilers ahead. Consider yourselves warned. Now, my official review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. When a single mother and her two children arrive in Summerville, Oklahoma to inherit her late father's farm, the family begins to experience strange occurrences. Soon the grandchildren uncover that their grandfather was one of the original Ghostbusters, Egon Spengler. Ghostbusters Afterlife is a wonderful and thrilling action comedy film in its own right, while being a heartwarming tribute to the original 1984 film and its sequel, and a love letter to the fans that suffered through the abomination of the 2016 remake. Director and co-writer Jason Reitman turned out to be the right man, see what I did there, to take over for his father Ivan Reitman, the director of the originals. The story honors the original characters while introducing interesting new ones. There were some who worried the inclusion of children would be a misstep, but seeing them rediscover the legacy of the original Ghostbusters was akin to a new audience learning about them for the first time. McKenna Grace was perfect as Phoebe Spengler. Her time on Young Sheldon playing his intellectual nemesis served her well in playing the hyper-intelligent youngster. Logan Kim was thankfully unintrusive as Podcast, Phoebe's classmate and friend. The writers could have made him an obnoxious comedy element, but he was well written and portrayed. Carrie Coon as Callie, the mom, was excellent, and her scenes with Paul Rudd's Gary Gruberson were delightfully awkward. Rudd is always an asset to any cast, and his horror film loving summer school teacher was a fun addition. Finn Wolfhard was appropriately awkward as the teenage Trevor, though he felt like a supporting character rather than one of the stars. Bringing in the classic characters of Venkman, Stantz, and Zeddemore was perfectly timed, and bringing in Egon Spengler as a ghost to aid his family was beautiful and brought tears to the eyes in the best way. Losing Harold Ramis in 2014 was tragic, and seeing him, even digitally, standing with Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, and Ernie Hudson once more was special and great closure. Seeing Sigourney Weaver and Annie Potts again will also bring smiles to faces and warmth to hearts. Only negative to be found in the film is that it could have used more J.K. Simmons as Ivo Shandor. Technically, the film is fantastic with great effects and cinematography, but it is the story and the characters that make Ghostbusters Afterlife a triumph. Finally, fans have gotten a sequel worthy of the original films in the franchise. Any worries some may have should be vanquished away like Gozer the Gazarian and her minions. Ghostbusters Afterlife is a film to be cherished and an example how good a film could be when its creators love the franchise and its fans. 5 out of 5 stars. I almost took a half a star away for Finn Wolfhard, but I didn't have the heart to do it because I loved this film so much. But that is my official review of Ghostbusters Afterlife. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a few extra thoughts here at the end. I loved this film even more than I thought I was going to. It hits you in the feels in the best way. And I know a lot of people may cry nostalgia baiting, But any sequel is going to hold some kind of nostalgia baiting for its fans because you have a history with that franchise. But this is the way to do it right. You have a solid story, good new characters, and you bring in the classic characters, and they are their original iconic selves, not some deconstruction or some kind of social message that Hollywood tries to put in a film. This film has no agenda except to be enjoyable for the fans and to honor all those that came before, except that darn 2016 POS that we all can please just now ignore and send it to the ether, because this was the sequel that we deserved. Now, I will say, I think the very, very, very end credit scene, there are two. For those of you who are wondering, if you did not stay through the entire film, you missed the last end scene. And it kind of could be a bouncing off place for more Ghostbusters film with a financial benefactor. Of course, one Winston Zeddemore. Like I said, spoilers, so I'm spoiling. But just a beautiful film. And if anybody comes away from this film not liking it, I don't know. I don't know what the trouble is. This was a beautiful film, top to bottom, and barely any issues. And I just didn't see any reason not to give it the full 5 stars. And that being said, I hope you enjoyed my review. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Big Al Presents, I really hope you do so. More reviews, rewatches, and rambles in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share this video with any fans who don't mind spoilers, or those who you know have seen the film, and see if they agree with as good as I thought it was. But of course, whatever you are going out to see today, be it Ghostbusters Afterlife or whatever, I just hope you have a great time and enjoy whatever you're watching. And until next time, this is Big Al saying, take care and goodbye.